Alright guys, how's it going? And welcome to Resident Evil Outbreak, the next one in my series. I've been wanting to record this one for quite a long time. Unfortunately, there's always something that happens. Um, Hold on, maybe I should do that one again, if I can. There you go. Anyways, I've played this yesterday, and I've played one whole hour of it, which was the very first scenario, which was this one, Outbreak. What happened was, as soon as I listened back to it, it sounded like absolute crap. So it was really, really, really bad. And unfortunately, that's not really what I want. So I will be replaying this again. But this time, hopefully, with decent audio. I'm gonna play this on easy because I haven't played this in such a long time. I don't even remember half of it. I know the first scenario quite well, and I've played it well yesterday. Yeah, I generally forgot about it. I don't think there's much audio or much dialogue in this scenario here, so I think I'm okay. Anyways, I hope I can get back to the topics I spoke yesterday, which I spoke about how I first came across this Resident Evil game, because this is, in my opinion, one of the most obscured ones, because I never actually see, I never actually saw it out in the shops or anything like that. Maybe because, I don't know, it just wasn't as much as a commercial success as all the others. Although it did span two series, you know. So that's gotta count for something. That would never happen on a gun like that, because you gotta, there's a safety switch you gotta keep pressing while you're shooting. So I really don't see how that would happen. But off topic. So yes, a friend of mine, actually a really big Resident Evil fan who got me into the series, actually introduced me to this one. Surprise, surprise. Has introduced me to almost every other Resident Evil series. Actually introduced me to the first one, and I found the third one by myself, and then, I had to play the second one, then Code Veronica, and so on and so forth. But yeah, he did get me these two for the PS2 back in the day. And he said, you know what, this is completely different from the Resident Evil series. It's a more realistic approach, and in my opinion, a much better approach as well. So I do like these games. They're so different. There's such a breath of fresh air in the series, and it's a damn shame that they don't have HD remakes nowadays, or more people haven't played these. Because as far as I know, this is a PS2 exclusive, as in, other than the PlayStation 2, you won't get this anywhere else. They never done no Dreamcast or PC versions of this, which is a shame, because they have done from Resident Evil 1 to 3. They've put them on Dreamcast, PC, whatever, PS2, of course. That's where they first came from. So yeah, they ported them out, but unfortunately they kind of stopped that, and up until recently, which they're now launching all that again on major new consoles, because again, it's one of them Capcom just trying to leech out on the classics, because they can't put anything else out decent. But that's a whole different story. Now, I recorded this yesterday, but my voice sounded so awful that there's a new update on Elgato, and it's supposed to add better audio controls. So whereas before you can only record your voice in the game and then obviously mix both, now we can record actually sounds from your PC. So if you want to record a Skype call, or team, I was gonna say team viewer, yeah, team viewer, whatever, if you want to record background music or whatever, you can do other kind of mixes now into it, which is fantastic, because it's something that was actually quite lacking. So it's good to see that they've implemented that. If anything else, I wish they implemented is pause controls on Elgato, because right now you can start and stop, but you can't really pause the recording. Sometimes I really need that. I need to pause it to whatever I gotta redo, and then resume without, resorting to my video editing software, which I don't really use with Elgato. I don't feel the need to. So yeah. Now, talking about the game features, this is completely different from all the other Resident Evil games, and it is, in my opinion, more realistic in many ways. One of them is you can only have 4 inventory slots, which is really, really short. Or if you're the character that I'm playing right now, you can have 8, because that's a special ability. She's got a backpack. And that's another thing that I forgot. I didn't go through the characters like I had before. You can pick, you know, different people, and there's three main characters playing the game at any one point. So it is kind of co-op. They are a bit useless because they just wander around, whatever. They don't follow you. They don't take orders from you. Well, they kind of do a bit, but not too much. But they just go to the rooms, and they're useless, and they're really just frustrating to play with. So I would say 9 out of 10 times you're going to be on your own. Although they do come in helping, you know, having 3 stupid people is better than just having yourself. Now, here's the good part about this. There is online playing. You can play this online, believe it or not, even for a PlayStation 2 game. Of course, because the game is so old, they obviously shut down the servers. They don't support this anymore. PS2 is, as far as we know, dead to the world. They don't produce any more games for it. They don't support it anymore. I think the online is absolutely dead. However, with that being said, the fans actually revived the online not too long ago. There is a way to go online with this. I'm not sure how to do it, but I think you kind of have to modify it a little bit or download a custom, you know, custom game that you can then burn, which unfortunately that's not something I can do. But yeah, you can do that. You can go online, go to these custom servers fans have made, and you can actually play with other people. And as far as I saw the other day, it's actually quite an active community. So if I remember, if you go here somewhere, there it is. This is a special item, scissors. I don't really know what that's for, whatever. So let's go to the changes as we go along in the game. So first, you can pick up everything is a weapon, like this scrub brush. If I equip this now, this becomes a weapon. As you can see, this is my menu, and I got 4 slots or 8 because I got this knapsack with this character, but other characters won't have this. They'll have different items. And this is all in real time. The game is not paused while I'm going to the menu. It's still going. So I can attack him with this, as you can see, or I can kind of fall back and just kind of run away like that. But I'm not gonna. I don't think that's the very useful stuff to do. But yeah, that's the things you can do. Now, you could never do this before. You could never just pick up, you know, a pipe, a nail gun. Everything is a weapon, and you can kind of mix stuff to make weapons as well as you go along. But that's a whole different kind of story. But yeah, this is something completely new on the Resident Evil series. Never seen before. You can just pick up a broom and that's it. You can hit zombies in the face with it and hopefully kill them. Playing manual 1, I'll read it later, but I'll pick it up now just in case you guys want to see. And this is where the zombies start coming in. So I gotta kind of hurry up here. I don't want to be quiet for the FMV sequences, and if there's people talking or whatever, then I'll always am. But I don't think there's too many of that here, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's one of them. Another thing is, right, and this is something that bugged me almost, other than this one, every other single Resident Evil game ever, is the main flaw with it. We all know once you get beat or scratched by a zombie, you turn. We've seen that happen in every single game, you know, that's just how it works. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll pick up the handgun. And that guy comes with a gun, so if you wanna, yeah, start the game, here's the keys. Yeah, so in every Resident Evil game, if you get bit or shot as a character, nothing will happen. And what I mean nothing will happen is, obviously you lose health, you cure yourself using your a green herb, and that's it. You know, you can carry on playing the game and the characters never, you know, it's like it never happened. I can understand that. Obviously, you don't want your main characters to be infected. Obviously, that would affect the series and whatnot. But at the same time, that's a fatal flaw, because when you get bit by zombies and monsters, you're being bit and attacked, yet nothing's happening. So that's not, you know, that's just a flaw in my opinion. Now, if you're playing online or with clever characters, this is what they would do. They would lean against a main door, one of them at least, so the zombies can't come through, because guess what? The zombies do and will pass through that door. And there's a zombie there, but there is also a green herb, so we'll take that. So yeah, what happens with this game? Well, all your characters are infected. That's right, you heard me right. There is infection in this game. You can die from it, from being too infected. When you get bit or scratched, the infection rate will grow even higher. So as you can see at the bottom right, there's a 1.38%, 39 now, 1.40. So it's growing quite fast actually. That's my infection rate. That means I'm actually infected. I can present this stuff to the people. Oh, of course there's a zombie there. Come on, come get it. Oh, freaking hell. That's why I can't. Oh, he found a gun as well. Good for him. I'm gonna give them as a present. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna go through this room and I know what's on the other side, so I'll just show you guys. Yeah, so every character is infected, and you can take pills and antidotes and stuff to slow down the infection and even possibly reduce it, but unfortunately cannot stop it or cure it, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. No, somebody will, I'm sure. So as far as I know, you cannot stop it because handgun rounds, of course, I'll take it. Because, yeah, it's just the nature of the game. So if I combine this with my knapsack, it will go there. Now I can check these. Yeah, see, if I was playing this for the first time and you go to this uniform, you kind of like unlock the ability to have that uniform. But of course, it's not going to happen here because I've already done that. But you can go under the bed here, and you can pick up that pipe under the bed. And that iron pipe is obviously going to be a lot better than that brush that I've just dumped on the side there. So if I equip this, it would be a lot better. And I will hit some zombies in the face with this pipe, just so you guys can see what happens. Now, some doors you can open without doing the loading screen, and you'll see that in a minute. Some doors you can even break open, believe it or not. And that's another flaw in the Resident Evil games that kind of got fixed by this one, which is in other Resident Evil games, if you if you wanted to open doors, you'd have to find a key if they were locked. Not in this one. If you want to open the door and it's locked, you can bust the freaking door open with, you know, with a gun, with whatever you got. Because in other games, it's like, you got a wooden door, then you got a rocket launcher in your hand, and it's like, oh, I can't go through this door because I need a key. It's like, you got a freaking bazooka in your hand, just blew the freaking door up. In this game, you can do that, so that's another thing that's been taken care of, luckily. I will take the said blue herb, and I will combine said blue herb with the green herb. Handgun rounds, yes, I'll take those there. Now, that's another thing that leads me to more realism. That's probably why the game didn't do so well. Yeah, you can hide in places like this. So if zombies come into this room and you hide, there's nothing they can do about it other than leave, because of course they'll just give up on you. Okay, so let's switch that with these for just a second, and then combine these two. And then combine that with that, and then I'll have 2 inventory slots free. So yeah, here's the thing with the handgun, right? And there's a reason why I don't particularly going to use it too much right now. Okay, this is just characters coming in, not antivirus. There it is. This is what I was talking to you guys about. Now, I'm not going to open that last one because it's going to be another one to hide, so I'll just leave that as is. Right, so what was I talking about before? Yeah, the antivirus pill that I just take. I don't think I'm gonna use it that right now because my virus is only like 1%, but it kind of slows it down considerably, and that's what that little pill does. If you have a look, there it is. Stops virus growth for a short time. I think you can combine that with other pills and increase the time that it does it. Now, there was a nail gun here. I remember that one quite well. Well, clearly not anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna use this pill. See how much. Yeah, it slowed it down considerably. Yes, I forget about that. I have to switch these like this and then combine them. Oh yes, I was talking about the handgun. So every time you use the handgun, what will happen here is Okay, I gotta make another decision here. And I cannot drop this, unfortunately. I can try and give it. There, he's got it. I'll just equip that. So if I'm gonna shoot the gun, like I will do now, right? In other games, all they do to reload is you press the square button or whatever other button, and she reloads the gun. Not in this one. You have to reload bullet by bullet because you only have one clip, and that's right. That matters. That counts. That's a thing now. Where I'll switch this with that so I can make a potent herb like this. Combine that with that. I have to switch this here because this is the key that will open one of the doors that it's going to be the main ones for me to go. So yeah, you gotta. So you have a 4 inventory slot character. One is for the gun, one's for the clip, another's for the bullets, which leaves you 1 free. So you use 3 out of 4 if you wanna use a handgun to its maximum potential. That's how hardcore this game is. There is no just switching clips like, you know, like there's no tomorrow or whatever, you know. Yeah. The door will open with some mechanism. So if you had the character that's got the lockpick, she could now unlock that. Unfortunately, I don't have such a character. I chose a character with the bigger space, as I generally always choose 9 out of 10 times. So there's that. Bless me. Anyways. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to go to the door that I have to go to get out of here. I can go through this door, which I know not to be the right door to go, but I kind of skipped it last time. And I just went through the door that I had to go, not this one, drawing room. So I'm gonna go through this one now. Because this is an easy mode, I have plenty of ammo, and I would strongly suggest the first playthroughs of every single, well, not level, but every single part of this game to be, now here's the thing. I can get the aerosol in that lighter and combine them to make a flamethrower, but I don't think I can do that with this character. So there's that issue. Shotgun rounds. I'll take him now because I know I'm gonna have a shotgun later. And there's another locked thing there. Oh. Of course I switched the air pipe with the handgun. Luckily I can retrieve the handgun back, otherwise I'd been in some trouble. Because I know sometimes, especially with ammunition... Oh, for crying out loud. 45 auto rounds. No, I don't need 45. I think that guy uses 45, not too sure. I don't need them. So, I'm good with that. Also, I'm not gonna say you're very weak, but you really, like, if you get bitten by a zombie or attacked, your health will drop quite a lot. You'll get it almost in caution immediately. So, but that's nothing new to the Resident Evil series, as most of the Resident Evils are like that. Anyways, now this is the locked door. I found the key. I know where it was, and I got it. If you didn't have a key, you could break this door open. I think it would be really difficult to do that because that's a locked door. So I'm not even sure if you could 100% do it, but I do know there's the possibility that, yeah, you might be able to break that door open. So there's always that to keep in mind. Liquor room. Now here's one of the things that I've done last time, which again, this is something that I can't not do. Which I went to this room, I got what I needed from this room, and as soon as I got out, as soon as I got out that room, yeah, there was zombies attacking me. So hopefully we won't make this mistake here. Now, there's something here on the floor, player manual, blah blah blah. I'll save it for later. I will get that, and I will combine this with my knapsack. Okay, which I got 2. I will combine this with my knapsack as well. And that's that for now. And there's the key that I need, the forklift key. So yeah, I kind of got jumped as soon as there was zombies on the other door, which is not cool. Now, here is a typewriter. If I were to save my game, I can't save my game. What happens is, I save my game, it also saves and quits. So you can never just save and then if you die, you resume from here. If you die, you start from the beginning. This only saves and quits in case you want to just save the progress and then you gotta stop playing, I suppose. So, but thanks for watching the very first video.
Peace.